My name is Mike Adams, the Health Ranger. I'm the Lab Science Director of CWC Labs. I'm the person who led the development of the world's first mass spec time of flight analysis method for cannabidiol content in hemp extracts. And today I'm introducing the first product that I am personally standing behind. We are accrediting this product. We are certifying it to be accurate. It's called Native Hemp Solutions, and it's produced by the EnerHealth company, and we are the science partner for this product. This product is extremely accurate in its cannabidiol content. Now, I've spent the last 8 months developing the method for mass spec analysis of CBD and THC and other constituents of hemp extracts. And what I found is that the state of the industry today, the hemp industry, is rooted in some really bad science, unfortunately. And I want to improve that. I want to contribute to that. And that's why I'm going to be publishing my method soon, by the way, in a science paper. Most of the methods out there are wildly inaccurate. They use HPLC only, which usually uses a UV resonance detector, and it gives really bad numbers, sometimes plus or minus 40%. You can send the same sample to 5 different labs and you'll get 5 wildly different numbers, none of them accurate. And so what we found, now that we've developed our method, which uses accurate mass molecular analysis, ion fragmentation confirmation, and isotopic spread confirmation, I'll explain those later, we found that most of the products in the marketplace today are not sold with accurate label claims. Now that's improving because we're working with a few companies already to help them get better numbers. But it's very common for those companies to send us samples that they think might have 60% CBD, and we find it's only 40%. What's happening here is that most labs are using liquid chromatography only. And it's not an accurate way. It doesn't have the sensitivity even close to a mass spec analysis. Well, what we use and what we developed our method on is an Agilent mass spec time of flight system. This system is so incredibly accurate that we have to dilute typical products by sometimes as much as 50,000 times just to be able to run it without blowing out the detection of our machine, because our machine is so sensitive. It will detect, parts per billion of CBD. And even more importantly, our system uses mass accuracy. Now, what does that mean? If you look at the CBD molecule, it has a very specific mass, a specific arrangement of carbons and hydrogens and so on and oxygen. Now, the accurate mass of cannabidiol is in positive mode when using a mass spec instrument that's called M plus H. The accurate mass is 315.2319. Those are atomic mass units. Now, when we scan a product through our mass spec system, we can weed out all the masses that are not 315.2319. In other words, giving us only the CBD mass, period. And so we actually can extract the peaks of the chromatography that only meet the mass criteria that we are looking for, which is CBD. Those labs that are using liquid chromatography only cannot discriminate between different masses, and so they tend to overestimate the amount of CBD in a product quite substantially, because what they're measuring is not just CBD, but esters and waxes and other constituents that are in the product that are not CBD. And that's why it's very, very common for a lot of companies to have label claims of a percentage of CBD, like, oh, this is 10% CBD, or this is 10 milligrams per milliliter, or whatever the units they want to use, but they're wrong. And those are the companies that are getting nailed by the FDA, because the FDA is using a method that's more like our method. Our method gets products within about plus or minus 4% of FDA numbers, which means that when we do analyses for other companies, they are protected against the FDA, because when the FDA tests their product, the FDA is going to get the same numbers that we gave them. And since we are an ISO accredited lab, we're internationally recognized and accredited. So the FDA understands that we are conducting legitimate science, and we have an auditing trail, and we have traceability of every resource that goes into our laboratory analysis. And we provide an authoritative report of the actual constituents of the product, including CBD and THC, Delta-9 THC. So we've applied all of this technology to this brand right here, Native Hemp Solutions. This is the product that we are now getting behind in terms of science. And we test this product twice. We test it first as what's called a mother tincture, which is extracted from the hemp plant in Colorado. And that mother tincture is sent to us for analysis. It's already diluted a little bit, but just to keep it legal. It's very, very low THC, but it's high CBD because that's the kind of plants that are used for this. So we analyze that mother tincture and we tell the company what kind of blend ratio they should use to reach the target percentage on the label. And then they use our numbers to blend the product to the correct percentage. And then they send us the bottles again from the production lot, and we test those a second time to confirm that that is the accurate number. And the actual percentage is printed on every single label. You probably can't see it, but it's printed on every label, and every bottle has a lot number that corresponds with our laboratory documentation. What this means is that Native Hemp Solutions is by far the most scientifically accurate CBD containing product in the industry today, in my view. And because I know what has gone into the accuracy of this product, I'm putting my reputation behind it. So I can tell you that anyone is welcome to buy this product and test it. And if you're doing an accurate test, you're going to get numbers that are very, very close to the label claim, because it is a very, very accurate number. Now, many labs out there that are not as good as we are could take this product and they would actually test it to be higher than the percentage that we print on the label. Because again, they're not using a mass spec method. They're not screening for mass discrimination. They are just counting everything that happens to resonate with the UV wavelengths of their detector in their LC system. But we don't do that. What we're giving you is straight up, honest, accurate, authentic molecules in this product from an authentic hemp extract. Now there's something else that's very unique about Native Hemp Solutions. Because this product uses a spagyric extract process, it saves the salts and the minerals and puts them back into the products. So it is a holistic extract, and it has the full spectrum of phytochemicals that you would expect from cannabis, including the CBG and the CBN. There's some CBDA. There's trace THC, but it's not very much. There's even trace THCA, which is the carboxylic acid form of THC. There's also carboxylic acid of CBD in here as well, but some of that degrades over time based on temperature. So we are only quantitating the CBD, which is what we guarantee. We guarantee it has this percentage of CBD. Everything else that's in there is on top of that. It's an additional cannabinoid that we don't even claim on the label, but they're there. So you're actually getting more than what the label says. If you count all of the cannabinoids, and there's 108 plus cannabinoids in existence today, and every single one of them has a different therapeutic profile potential in human biology. You know, just because the CBD molecule is the most famous, or THC might be the most famous, it doesn't mean those are the only two molecules that are beneficial to human biology. And I'm not surprised by that, because I believe that cannabis is, when used responsibly, it is an incredible divine medicine. And I use the word divine explicitly, because I believe that there's more to this plant than just molecules, and more than just biochemistry, and more than just the masses and the elements that are in it. From looking at it in the lab, I've seen this plant display characteristics that I have never seen in any other plant whatsoever. Its ability to morph its molecules into different formats that have astonishing potential for humanity, and for even awakening, by the way, for cognitive support and so on, are just extraordinary, For example, the CBD molecule with a mass of 315.2319 happens to be the exact same mass as THC delta 9. A lot of people don't know that. It's the same mass. It's the same elements, the hydrogen, the carbons, and the oxygens, exactly the same number of each, just arranged in a slightly different configuration. In other words, if you take THC and you just pluck out some of the elements and you insert them at a different location on that carbon chain, you get CBD. And it's also an interesting coincidence that this molecule CBD has the exact same molecular mass as progesterone, which is the hormone, the communication hormone in the human body that is necessary for gestation of a child inside the body of a woman. And so I find it fascinating that in order to give life to a new human being and bring that being into the world, a woman's body must produce progesterone, which if you rearrange the elements becomes cannabidiol, which if you rearrange it again, it becomes THC. And then you get different isomers of THC. You have delta 9 THC and delta 8 and so on, and other isomers that are the same mass and the same elements, just rearranged differently. I think that cannabis was somehow a gift to humanity from maybe a divine source, maybe some advanced other civilization that we have yet to fully recognize. I mean, who knows? But I think it's here on our planet, and I think it grows like a weed because somebody was looking out for us and saying, essentially, medicine should be available to everyone. Medicine should be free. Medicine should be so free and so abundant that it grows like a weed everywhere. And that's cannabis. And so even from a scientific point of view, if you look at it closely, you'll find that it has properties that almost scream out, yes, I was designed by a highly intelligent civilization for the purpose of uplifting humanity. That's what I see when I look at this plant from a scientific point of view, using mass spec analysis and ICP-MS, heavy metals analysis and elemental analysis and everything else. It is extraordinary. There is nothing else like it on this planet, and that's why I think that making sure that everyone has access to accurate and honest and authentic products is really a very important mission for humanity. And we've seen counterfeits in the industry too. We've seen claims that were exaggerated by 500%. When we really quantitated the amount of CBD in the product, it was only 1/5 of what was on the label. And you know, it pains me to see that, because I want the hemp industry to succeed, and I want it to be known for honesty and accuracy. This is why I'm the science partner for this product, because no matter what else you see in the industry, I want natural news readers to know that this product they can trust. This is accurate. This is fully vetted. This is accredited. This is certified. This is the real stuff. And I welcome anyone to test it, because no one is going to find it to be counterfeit. It's not possible. And for those who are wondering exactly how we accurately quantitate this and authenticate the cannabidiol molecule, I'll share a few things with you on how we do that. Number one, we've got the retention time of CBD as it moves through the chromatography column. This means we compare it to a known standard that we acquire from the industry, from lab science supply houses, that is known quantity of CBD, so we get the retention time. And then we look at the retention time of our unknown sample to make sure it has that it elutes at the same time in the chromatography. From there, it goes into a mass spec system where we can look at the specific masses. We can filter out all other masses that are not 315.2319. And we can do so at very, very high resolution, as low as 3 parts per million, sometimes 5 parts per million. And that's extraordinary, because most even single quad mass spec systems don't have that kind of resolution. We have extraordinary resolution with the Agilent time of flight system. And that enables us to very accurately pinpoint the mass that we're looking for. From there, we use ion fragmentation technology. So we blast the CBD molecules as they're going through the time of flight system with a known voltage. And what it does is it breaks apart the molecules at their weakest points in how those molecules are assembled. And by weak, I mean weak in terms of their covalent bonds and so on, from a chemistry point of view. And when you break these molecules apart, they create fragments. And these fragments have a predictable pattern. And this pattern is sort of like the building blocks of the molecule it used to be. And a specific pattern means it used to be this other molecule, which was CBD. So by confirming this through ion fragmentation, we have a third kind of confirmation for the authenticity of the molecule. From there's one more way that we authenticate it as well, and that's with isotopic spread. So if you know anything about chemistry, you know that the naturally occurring isotopes of carbon are roughly 99% carbon-12 and about 1% carbon-13. So in all organic molecules that have carbon chains, about 1% of the carbons in those chains will be +1 atomic mass units. So what that means is that when you're looking at the masses of the molecules in question, such as CBD, you can look at the atomic spectra, or the molecular spectra, and you'll see a spread of masses from 315 to 316 to 317 and so on. Now, the proportional sizes of those spectral peaks tell you how many carbon elements are inside the molecule. So through carbon spread or isotopic ratio analysis, you have a fourth method of confirmation that most labs never even have access to that if they're just using LC systems or HPLC. So at CWC Labs, not only have we pioneered the most accurate and the most comprehensive authentication and quantitation method for CBD and THC molecules in hemp extracts, but now we're applying that science to this product, Native Hemp Solutions. We also intend to validate other products. So this isn't just about this brand or our partners. This is about helping other companies validate their products as well. So if they wish to use our lab services to validate and accurately quantitate their lot numbers, we will list them as well, because we want to support every company that's in the hemp extract business that is selling honestly labeled, accurately claimed products to the public. And that's why we have opened up our lab to commercial testing, so that other companies can use our services. And soon we intend to start listing those brands that we have already validated, as well as our partner brands that we've validated as well. So we can give consumers a choice, so they can shop for products that are all honest and all authentic, but may have different flavors, they may have different concentrations, they may have different guarantees. You know, it's a free market, and we support the free market. But like any free market, we need to be able to validate that it's legit. Just like in Bitcoin, you know, you have a blockchain. Well, we're sort of the science blockchain of the hemp industry, because we validate those hemp products that people are buying and consuming and putting their faith in, by the way. You know, when you buy a product that contains CBD, that's not an inexpensive decision. You're investing in a product with a hoped for concentration of this molecule, this amazing molecule, and some of the other synergistic molecules as well, as CBG, CBN, CBDA, and so on. And so you as a consumer want to make sure that you're getting what you're paying for. You know, otherwise, what's the point? And that's important to us, because we're passionate about the potential of this healing plant. You know, I'm pro cannabis when it's used responsibly. I believe that hemp farming should be legalized across America. I believe that the criminalization of hemp in America has been a horrific mistake. The war on drugs is a horrible failure. We need better solutions for this, and frankly, good science is one way to bring honesty and integrity to this industry, so that people have accurate dosing, people have honest products, and they can experience the full synergistic benefits of having these products in their lives. So if you want an honest product, check out Native Hemp Solutions. If you're a hemp company and you want honest quantitation of your CBD, THC, and other molecules, then check out cwclabs.com, where we offer commercial testing services from our ISO accredited laboratory. We believe in this industry. We believe in cannabis when used responsibly, and we believe in good science, and we want to help you succeed in your business. We want to help this entire industry succeed. You know, it's time for a revolution in human awakening, and that means awakening to natural medicine that works better than pharmaceuticals. It's safer than pharmaceuticals. It's more affordable than pharmaceuticals. It's not addictive like opioids, which are killing people by the tens of thousands every year. You know, cannabis is part of the big answer for humankind. It can help set us free. It can help uplift us. It can help heal us. It can help awaken us. It can help enrich us. It can bring us abundance from an agriculture point of view. Hemp, cannabis is a big part of the answer for humanity, and I just hope to contribute to that answer. It's time. It's time to move humanity forward. We've been trapped and enslaved in this system of corruption and bad medicine and FDA garbage for far too long. It's time for the revolution, and cannabis is showing us the way toward freedom for humanity. I'm now introducing the first hemp extract product that I personally vouch for. CWC Labs is serving as the science partner for the new brand called Native Hemp Solutions. We use an advanced scientific method that I pioneered at CWC Labs to accurately quantitate CBD molecules in almost any solution. If you're looking for honest, authentic hemp extracts with natural CBD content, check out nativehempsolutions.com.